Seems to be live now. This is DTR Season 1, Division 1, F2 racing here at Bahrain International Circuit. Obviously had the pre-season race last Monday in Imola, which went quite well, and very few DNFs. But we also had a good look at everyone's pace in these F2 cars. Oh yeah, it's one shot qualifying, isn't it? Okay, so it's literally one shot. So this is going around. Don't know who will watch. I have to watch a lot of people. We'll go with who's leading, I guess. Down the straight, which is all set up, I guess now. These long straights of Bahrain, which you can do. You can have setups in these F2 cars, but I don't know a lot. We've taken the cool racing lines as well. So Killer's actually fallen back, so now it's Benny just leading. There's two Bennies. One at the bottom, one at the top. Should actually know these turns. Turn 9, turn 10, always mess this one up. And good acceleration. Oh, Brent was at the bottom, but now he's at the top. He must have a good turn 10. Good exit. Don't really race Bahrain often. Just keeps in track limits there, but that allows Benny just to get back into first. Oh, Brent's actually dropped down 2 places now with Killer coming back. See what Wesley is. So also, yeah, they're very close, very close. There's no one big difference. Yeah, they're all practically the same. So that top 4 only separated by 1/10 and a half, really. 2/10 maybe. Oh, unfortunately, Enzo was disqualified there for, I'm assuming, track limits. Bit unfortunate there. All on the medium tyre. Oh, a few people were disqualified actually. Xavier, Idsbilly, Enzo and Tickard. And maybe 2 spins, which was Tony and Benny, who placed themselves in P10 and P9. But obviously, on pole, DTR Brent with Benny second and Wesley just taking it from Killer to get that final P3 spot. Which is actually 4 points to Brent because he came first. So that's the point system here in Formula 2. With only 15 drivers today out of the 20, 5 not being here, which were, I don't know who isn't here, so I'll have to check. And for some reason see the blue wet tyres, but I don't think we'll be needing them. It's Bahrain, the desert. The drivers finish their setups there, but we do have a formation lap, so there we go. Also, obviously, as qualifying seems to be inverted the top 10, which I didn't know. So it'll be Benny Buno starting on pole, only if he could do that in Division 5. Tony second after coming 9th after, I'm assuming, spinning these two, and unfortunately the bottom from Tickard below they were disqualified, so obviously must have just infringed track limits and unfortunately starting the bottom 4 and then bottom 5. It's fine. And then Boss, who was pretty fast in the pre-season. I remember seeing him leading a few laps in some of the races. So obviously we have 3 races. The sprint, which I think is this one. Another sprint, or feature. No, sprint, feature, I'm pretty sure. So we have 2 sprint races and 1 feature race, which is 16 laps, not 12. And then Burma, P4. Skipsy P5, who was on pole, I'm pretty sure, for last race. But I think that's because he came 10th. But he was on pole for the first sprint race in Imola. And then, don't want to butcher his name. It wasn't him pre-season for Imola, pretty sure. Should we just call him XX64? I don't know. Then we have Killer, just behind him. And Wesley, who was fast, very fast in the pre-season as well. Actually, can we see what tyres he's starting on? I think that's the hard tyre, isn't it? Oh yes, they're all on the hard tyre actually. Must be a strategy. Hard tyre to maybe... Oh no, you don't switch in the sprint races. Never mind. So doing sprint the entire way. Oh, unfortunately a collision. Disqualifying 2 people from the formation lap. So yeah, finishing the grid. Wesley P8, Benny P9, Brent, who did come first with 4 points in qualifying, 10th. And then Tickard, Enza, It's Billy, Xavier, and Famrod. Here, going back to the P1, Benny Bruno. It does a weird thing, and then I can't see the lights. Actually, I can, and they're away. Good start from, oh no, good start from P3, which is Boss. Getting a really good start. Oh no, but Tony's going down the inside of Benny, getting the place. I think Baum's also got the place, gone 2 places there. All coming through turn 3 now. Oof. More people making moves. Brent making up a few positions there. 3, 4, 5 now. 3 wide there. These cars down the inside. Benny dropped all the way to P9 now. Must have damage maybe. It's very unfortunate to see him P9. It's a battle in there. I think Bahrain is definitely one of the better for looking at the cars. Much, much better. Go to first anyway. Some cars spread up by about half a second now. Top 3. Tony now leading from 4th, I'm pretty sure. And Burma second. Who's close here? Xavier and it's Billy. 2/10 separate them. Very close now from the... Which is very close to Jenny. Oh, down the inside there. Goes Wesley. No, it's Billy, never mind. It's Billy down the inside probably. Nope, tucks in behind. A little bit of contact done behind there. Who have Brent making up from 10th to... Will he get past him here? Actually can't tell. There's a TP one. Does he go down the inside? No, just backing out there. Wesley making the place on Benny. Xavier and Billy side by side. And Benny's out! Unfortunately, must have... Oh, it was unfortunate. Must have seen that. He must have just got too fast on the throttle. In turns... Oh, 4. No, 3. Yeah, turns 3. It's very unfortunate. I don't think it's going to be a safety car. I think it's just yellow flag, isn't it? Oh, it's mayhem in front. 4 cars all close together. It's Billy at the front of these 4 cars. We can head up to Skips making the position on Benny into that harsh braking zone, which is good to see him move there. Very skilled. And that seems to be a second between the top four. Seems to be zooming off, but DTR, Brent, keen to make up that second here on Boss. Maybe our fastest driver in the pre-season. And also Prince just close behind him. He makes a move. There's a yellow flag. Oh, he's spun. No, must maybe just lost it. Fell back a few places. Oh, is he gonna go down the inside here maybe? Benny getting back at Skipsy. He does. Oh, just missing the back of Killer there. He makes the place up on Skipsy. So did Xavier on Billy. Or was Billy trying to go for the move on Xavier here? Side by side going to turns 4 in the straight. Looks like Xavier's just a bit faster. No, but Benny, oh, very harsh. That deep into there. Keeps it ahead of Xavier though. About close. Around the outside for 64, X64. I really want to say his name, but I don't know how to. Now makes himself into second place. Yeah, it's just Elmer, isn't it? Yeah. Pretty stupid for me. No moves there to turns. Oof, 11. Ooh, very close there from Xavier on Tickard. Switch back, does it work? I think it does. Tickard giving him a lot of room in that corner. It's Billy seems to clear the threat of Xavier now. And Wesley 3 seconds back from Skipsy. Seems to be top 8 seems to be going just a bit faster than the bottom 5. Let's have a look now. Oh, all in a line here. You see leading this line. Elmer trying to keep these cars off his back. Down the inside goes Burma. Brilliant braking. Oh, the switchback doesn't work because he makes collision. There's a touch there. Very unfortunate. Burma does keep ahead of Elmer through turn 3. But Boss is now coming at him with Brent maybe making it 3. No, but down the inside goes Boss. Can he make it happen? He can. Elmer's off track limits now. Hits. Oh no! No, and he takes out Thingy with him. Oh no. Oh, I think he hit Brent as well. That's so unfortunate there. I think we might see that in the stewards, unfortunately. Bumping, flying over these curves now to try to join the track, and he takes a 10-second time penalty for exceeding track limits. So unfortunate there. And there's just many taking a spin, maybe from a collision with Skipsy, unfortunately. From Xavier, 3-second time penalty for track limits. Wesley closed that gap now by 5 tenths he has to the cars in front. Only on lap 4. Ooh, still been a lot of action. Will Killer try and make a move on Brent here down the straight? Boss just a little slippery on the exit there. Fastest lap from Tony, who's well ahead of everyone else who's been battling. 2 seconds now, just to keep it clear and get it home. Does Prince to the gun down the inside? And that's Brent on Boss. Sorry. Leaving him enough room. Yep. He does, and he keeps ahead. Brent pushing Boss down. And there's actually moves with Elmer and Billy. Very good. Side by side into turn 6, pretty sure. Down the inside, turn 7? No, keeps behind. But Benny's eager to get in on this now. This 3 scuffle for P5, is it? No, P4. Oh, very close. Look at that, all 4 cars from killer backwards. 4 cars there, all wanting that place. Oof, taking a little bit of curb there, boss. That slowed him down. Oh. It goes wide, does Skipsy. Unfortunately, that corner, too much speed into that corner. Down the inside, does Boston nope. Who was the closest? Xavier on ticket, maybe? I think he would definitely get the move done. He had a lot of speed during that corner. Oh, definitely that DRS is helping him a lot. And Xavier makes the move on ticket. 6th lap. P11 for him now. And now if you can just get Billy, who's trying it on the outside of Elmer, but he just doesn't. Obviously, unfortunately, so unfortunate for Elmer there, who was fighting with, I think it was Brent, and he's just gone into the side of Brent just on this corner here. And he's gone into the gravel, very unfortunately. And then got a 10-second time penalty for then cutting track limits, which is a little unfair. It's been a yellow flag waved in sector 1, just, I think slow cars in the hairpin. All into the harsh braking zone, 10-10, very close. And there's been a safety car, because 2 cars have gone out. I haven't seen it. Enza and Famrod have collided, or did Famrod, no, Famrod retired earlier in the race apparently with those. So just Enza's just crashed, which I didn't see. I should probably put on. That's not it. Track map obviously. I don't know where he crashed. But this can obviously bunch up the grid. So Tony's 3-second time, his time on berm is going to be reduced to that 2/10 now, which is so unfortunate because he's done great to get that lead. Drive-through penalty for Wesley for speeding under safety car. That's even gonna, it's gonna damage his safety car, which is so unfortunate because he's gonna have to serve that after the safety car. Oh. Very unfortunate, but it keeps the action halfway through the race. I didn't even notice that Renza had spun. It goes into the pits, does Elmer? Oh, serving the 5-second time penalty maybe. Which is a bit unfortunate. Maybe he's getting a new wing, because I wouldn't know why he's going into the pits to serve the 5-second time penalty, because the 10-second time penalty, because he could have got it removed maybe at the stewards. But no, he goes onto the mediums under the safety car, which probably is the right idea here, to be faster than all these runners. Looks like Xavier had the exact same idea, and so did Tickard. Oh, these 3 could be looking at some high places now on these mediums. As now they just have to catch up to the rest, and I'm pretty sure it's only a 5-second time penalty now for no, it's still 10 seconds. Oh yeah, it's track limits, so it wouldn't be taken off in the pits. But I'm sure that will be removed, because I don't think he did gain. He lost a lot of places going off the track like that, so I think it will be removed, and he will get that 10 seconds back. And obviously, unfortunately, Wesley with that drive-through penalty for speeding under safety car, which you would think was very hard to do, because it does come off at the top of your screen, 15 seconds, but I've done it before. Just in the moment, and you kind of forget to look. Unfortunate there. So now we're just waiting for these cars to catch up, so it'll be another lap under the safety car. Just got to keep these old hard tyres, well not old, 6 laps old, hard tyres, warm to all these runners from Billy up the top 9. I think if Tony gets a good start, I think he'll get that lead again on Burma. But I think Brent will be looking definitely to try and get in front of Burma. So will Boss. Well, Boss wants to get in front of killer. So does Benny, probably. The two Carlin drivers, which is the only F2 team I really know. Carlin and Prima, but there is no Prima drivers on the grid today. There you got HDR, I could probably look here, yeah, look. Race Labs, Art, ATR. I don't think it is Art, I think it is ATR. I don't know. So it's going to be 4 laps now of this sprint race. So I think actually saying they had a big advantage with putting those medium tyres on, I'm not sure really, because they only have 4 laps to do so. But I'm sure someone like Elmer, who unfortunately got, I think it, don't know if it was his own fault or I think it was Brent's fault, but I think he did come onto the track quite viciously and hit Brent, who wasn't expecting it. But I think he will definitely get those 10 seconds removed because he didn't get any places from it. But he will be zooming hopefully, but obviously we're gonna have to watch the front of the grids restart. Maybe it'll look better in broadcast, because I'm assuming there's going to be a few dive bombs to try and get a couple places here for these drivers. Did I miss that? Safety car's in, so we'll zoom in. He's gone off track as Brent, so he's lost a place, two places now. Tony trying to keep Burma off his back. Down the inside goes Burma. Yes, no, he doesn't. But Brent gets those 2 places back, but Benny stays in front. I was so unfortunate that Brent went off the track and completely missed it. I'm such a fool. Side by side goes Boss and Wesley. No, Skipsy. Tries going around the outside. Very hard to do on these F2 cars. But Wesley now fighting with Skipsy after going wide there he does. The loss. Swapping here. Billy and Xavier back at it. The hards versus the mediums. Wesley's trying to go around the outside of Elmer in front. You can see. Excuse me. You can see. Elmer. Wesley goes down the inside. Hit. Unfortunately there. Has to go over the curb. And I think that will be Elmer in front now. Who's made up. 4 places now from his before the pit restart. But actually everyone seemed to have stayed in the same-ish, not too many moves made. Obviously Benny's had a field day when Brent went off the track, managed to slip in front of him. But I think Brent will definitely want to get that place back. But I think we have to watch for someone, and that is Elmer on these mediums, much faster than even Skips. And it's not DRS straight. Can he get the switch back? Maybe he does get the switch back. And I think he will also have DRS. Will he not? No, safety car, obviously. Wesley's gone into the pits after that collision, assuming, with Skipsy. No, Elmer. Xavier and Billy fighting again here for this place. Xavier just letting off there to let Billy in front. But I think Tickard now sees this on Xavier. Maybe will he go down the inside? Oh, he is going down the inside, pushing. No, perfectly fine side by side there. Almost contact there for Xavier Tickard. But there is a yellow flag. I don't know what that was. 3-second time penalty for Billy, which is, oh, that's unfortunate. No. Wait, do they both have time penalties? Yes, Xavier and Billy both have time penalties, so there'll still be a fight between those, but I think Tickard's just looking for that place as he makes the dive bomb down on Xavier. Xavier missing the braking zone there, unfortunately. But those two are good, straight at it now. Xavier and Tickard. As Benny's trying to zoom off as well, on board with him now. With his 3-second time penalty. And without me seeing, Elmer's taking Skip's place in 6th, but that's unfortunate. Xavier with a 6-second time penalty now. So I think that will be him, unfortunately, finishing towards the back of the grid. And Wesley, after pitting, still with his drive-through penalty. That's so unfortunate for him. Tony Singh another fast lap. And Killer, which I didn't see, must have been fighting with Boss. And they must have got damaged, unfortunately. Which is not good to see his race. He was relaxing in 5th place, I think. Tickard and Xavier back out again into turn 1. Trying to get a good camera. Look at this. Down the inside goes Tickard on Xavier. That's still side by side. We have to go. Still side by side. Riding a lot of curb there, did Tickard. I think that's Tickard in front. Trying to watch anyone else's moves. DTR Brent does get in front of Benny. Missing that move. Unfortunately. But I think they're very close. And Brent's looking for that finally move on Burma, which he should have made under the safety car, but unfortunately didn't. Ooh, a little bit so I can see the car going there a bit on those hard tyres, unfortunately. Oh, he's very close to Burma here on this lap. He's definitely going to make the move, I think. Tickard now wanting to make a move on Billy with his medium tyres. I mean, if he keeps this pace up, he's got P7 at the moment, because Skips also has a 2-second time penalty. And Brent with a 5-second time penalty for collision under safety car, but I'm sure that'll try and get removed. As we're going to watch, well, Brent's going to go. Oh, they're both on the dirty side of the track there. Burma takes the inside line. Unfortunately, it's a very fast into turns. It's turn 1, so it allows Brent to go really fast through turns 2. Yes, this Billy's now got a 6-second time penalty, so he's level with Xavier now. So they're still fighting between those two. And also behind these guys, with Billy getting pushed wide, I think maybe by Elmer. Oh, Elmer, no! On touch with the car, that's so unfortunate, and that's a DNF. No. So unfortunate. So unfortunate. As Xavier goes into the back of Billy there. Tickard now making the place from Billy. But we did see Benny and Elmer, Boss and Elmer fighting there for that 5th place. And then we did see him crash, which is a bit unfortunate. But on the final lap, I don't think the safety car will come out, which is very unfortunate. But side by side for the final lap is Brent going around the outside on that corner, which is so difficult to do. Now Burma's coming down the inside maybe on this turn? No, he's definitely saving it for this last corner. Or trying to get too much start there. Oh, Burma just takes it from Brent again. Now he goes to switch to the inside to defend. Can he do it? Can he hold it? Oh, I think he's gonna hold it. And your race winner Tony, but taking 2nd place is Burma. But unfortunately Brent falls down to 6th with the 5-second time penalty, but he would definitely get that removed. And then Billy finishing ahead of Xavier there after that long fight they had, both equal on time penalties. They're teammates, aren't they? Yeah. Actually, no. The colours look the same. But yeah, obviously still waiting for Wesley and Killer to finish. Finishing P10, so he's getting that final point, but he will be starting P1 for the next sprint race, because the grid will be inverted here. So we'll have to see that. And Tony will be starting P10. That's very good racing. Very good racing. Unfortunately, we did get 4 DNFs, with the most unfortunate one being, I think, Elmer, which is so unfortunate. One of his new mediums trying to get into that 4th place, but he couldn't. And with everyone's time penalties, Tickard does sneak into 5th place. And fastest lap point will go to Wesley as he gets him on the medium tyre. Which is so unfortunate. I would have loved to have seen Elmer make up more places, but I didn't see what happened. Oh no, I did. He rode the curb and spun, which is so unfortunate. Benny with driver of the day, making up the most places. Oh, it's great racing. So obviously top step for this Sprint 1 race in Bahrain is Tony. 2nd place goes Burma, and 3rd place in game is Benny, I'm pretty sure. But I think it is Brent who will come 3rd if he gets that tyre penalty removed for severe collision under safety car. So Brent gets that P3 in game, but I think it's really Brent with the P3 if he manages to get that time penalty removed. So there we go. Our pole starter, who doesn't finish the race unfortunately, the first one to DNF, which is Benny unfortunately. We didn't see it. So yeah. Points all the way down to, oh, I think it's 2 points for the fastest lap. Is it? Yeah, 2 points for the fastest lap for Wesley getting that fastest. So it's Tony, Burma, Benny, Boss and Tickard are the top 5, with Brent just finishing 6th. And sprint race 2. So now the what it should be, with the grid being inverted from the position last race, we'll put Wesley first, I'm pretty sure. And there's still no pitting in the sprint race, so he'll be starting on the hards most likely again. So I think it is Wesley, and then I don't know who's in front of him. Well, I mean behind him in P2. Obviously we get a formation lap, I'm pretty sure. So yep, Wesley, Xavier, Billy. So Xavier and Billy will be fighting for this P2 spot, but I think quick to follow them will be Skipsy, Brent. Obviously finishing in P5 with that penalty. But I don't know if it will be removed actually, because obviously we're having this race and he's starting P5, so if he wanted it removed he would have to start lower, but he doesn't have to start lower. I don't know, we'll go on with that penalty. We'll have to see after the race. So I really should go down the grid, shouldn't I? Okay, so Wesley, P1 after finishing P10 last race and getting fastest lap, and Xavier, who's in front of Billy after finishing 9th in that sprint race. Obviously Billy, who was fighting Xavier for a long time, P3 after finishing P8. And then Skips, who had a very good race, was near the front sometimes, but fell back to I think 6th where he finished, yeah, so that's why he's 4th. I think, no, he came 10th, 9th, 8th, 7th, he finished 7th. And then Brent finished, this is confusing me, when it really shouldn't. Okay, Skipsy 4th, Brent 5th, Tickard, who was at the, I think he was 10th, was he not? Or no, he was 9th, but after everyone's penalties gets up there to start 6th in this race. And then Boss, who was always fighting with Benny, his teammate, P7, and then Benny, P8, Burma, 2nd last race, P9, and Tony, the race winner, 10th now, who will probably get a very good start, and I would like to see where he comes out going into turns 4 maybe. And then obviously Killer, unfortunately was at the back with Wesley finishing 11th. Elmer DNF'd after a superb performance. Enza DNF'd, Falmerod DNF'd, and Benny first one to DNF. 15th starting last. So we'll move up to the start. Actually, that's probably a better view of these two here as we wait for the lights. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 red lights, and away we go. Xavier getting a better start there from Wesley. Well, she does, he has to move over to cut him off, but I think Xavier already taken the position off Wesley, and so is Billy, and so is Brent, I think, trying to make this move on Wesley. But he stays P2. As there's a lot of cars going side by side. Trying for everyone in, going wide there, Tony. Oh, it's mayhem, I can't see anything. 3 wide there in turns 4. There's Brent going down the inside. No, Wesley goes down the inside, and there is a off there. Tony unfortunately has an off there. No damage, looks like. So we'll get straight back into it at this turn 10. Elmer goes down the inside of Benny there. Has to take the curb. Unfortunately doesn't get the throttle down as he wanted to, which is unfortunate. And now ahead of them, I can't see. Someone was going side by side. Don't think they're tucked behind. Once we get a good view of all the 4 cars in front here from Skip, see? Xavier, they're leading with a perfect start against Wesley. We'll be eager to get that place back, and Brent, who really wants this place after starting P5. Anyone going down the inside? Yep. Elmer going down the inside of Benny, almost like he did in turn 10. They're side by side now. Fast car seems to be Benny, but Killer also want to follow in through Benny through. No, he has to take, goes 3 wide into corner. Can we get a from behind? Yes, we can. 3 wide. Prince, the later breaker there, takes the position, but no, Burma, oh, unfortunately clips the curve and can't get that position on Benny. But side by side, Prince and Elmer now. But now Benny just behind them. Benny and Burma going side by side. No way is he going to go down the inside of. He is. Oh, he's blocked. Oh, there's feeling. Oh, that's a bit ambitious there from Burma, who makes the collision with Prince and puts himself last. And I think that will be some unfortunate wing damage. So now everyone's making up places. So there's Prince making position on Boss, and Fanrod goes off the track there. And Billy side by side with Skipsy now as they go into turn 10. Perfect break in there from Billy. Oh, there's big at the back. Oh, and then, oh no, sorry. Ender P10 now. Tony wanted to make a move on him, trying to find the room, but there was no room. I don't know how he's done that, but he goes really wide. So I think Ender will have more speed. Nope, I think Ender's going to have to fall for that position, unfortunately. Which is a good move by Tony there around the outside. And behind them, I think Burma might have to pit unless he has damage. Anyone side by side? Yep, Skipsy. Down the inside of Billy. Pushing him a little bit wide. Billy comes back on the track, they're still side by side. I think Ticket's going to want to get on get in on this, which he seems to be doing. No, Ticket isn't going to go down the inside, is he? Oh no. He's gone down the inside on these 3 wide. And he's going to get it. Double overtake in 1 corner. Oh no. Not yet. Not yet. Oh no. 1 overtake in 1 corner. As Billy's trying to go down his outside. Ticket now trying to late break Skipsy here. Loses the back a bit. Side by side is Elmer and Billy behind them. Oh, that curb's dangerous there. Billy's just found, no, Ticket's just found out. Side by side in front of them is Xavier and DTR Brent. Who's unfortunately Xavier has fell back 2 places from being in first. Obviously finishing 10th Xavier, so got first. with a few faster drivers in front of him. They were behind him. But he has gained a monumental amount of time from Skipsy here. Benny lets 2 cars pass? I don't know about that. I think they must have been fast with DRS, unfortunately. So Benny loses 2 places. He's close now. Elmer is close, very close on Billy, and he collides. That's so unfortunate. I said let all the cars past. Oh, tries. Oh, so unfortunate. That's unfortunate again. He's just retired completely from the session. I don't know if he must have DNF. No, he's just retired from the session, unfortunately. That's very unfortunate. A bit. I think he wasn't too happy with that move on Billy. But I think he did go into Billy a bit too fast. But Famra making the move on Enzo. Or very late braking. Enzo tries, he just doesn't have the room, unfortunately. So Famra does take the position. Side by side in front of them is no, yeah, Burma and Boss in front of them. And there's a gap between Benny, Buno and Billy, which is around 2 seconds. Benny taking the defensive position, but no, Killer's not having any of that and tries going down his inside. But then there's a little bit of collision, so Benny does stay in front. But now Tony down the inside. Oh, that's a damage there for Prince after very early braking there from Benny Buno, which pushes Killer back behind Tony. I think Tony wants to have a go at Benny here. Trying to go around the outside, can't make that happen. There are a lot of other moves that look like I'm missing out on here, like Burma and Boss. It just shuts the door on Boss there, keeping his position. And Brent and Wesley still fighting for this P1 here, only 4 attempts separate them. And Tony really wants to get past Benny Buno. Much better exit did Tony get, but unfortunately couldn't use it because Benny. Oh, and unfortunately Benny does not have DRS, so even Killer with damage. As you can see there, his end plate is gone. But and it goes down the inside, does Killer. But that's pretty easy switch back for Tony there. 2 places. Oh wait, no, only 1 place. And Benny unfortunately falls back to P8 with his teammate behind him by 1 second. Bowman and Boss still in this position, and so does Skipsy. There's contact there, and nice go spin goes Skipsy, unfortunately, with that collision with Boss. There's been a lot of collisions today. Everyone's going for these dive bombs around Bahrain, it looks like. Famrod goes around the outside of Benny, not Buno, just normal Benny. Oh, takes so much curb, unfortunately puts him off. So everyone seems to be a bit spread out now. The only people close are really Boss and Burma, and then Benny, who probably just want to get this position off Killer after all he does have damage. Does Killer, or maybe does Benny as well? Sure. No, I don't think he does. So he might want to get this position. The ticket is close on Billy. Oh, lot of throttle there. Brent the fastest lap. Famrod trying to come back at Benny, looks like. But it's Ticker trying to, and for the lead actually. Probably should be watching this. And someone spun, that's Enzo who spun out of the final corner. But Brent takes it away from Wesley, the lead. There's a lot of position swapping. Trying to look, Ticker's still behind Billy. Brent with a defensive position. Wesley can't get the switch back. Going down to Famrod, who's made the position up on Benny. Benny Buno trying to make the position on Killer. And Skipsy wants a bit of this between Benny and Famrod. Takes the curve, which is dangerous, we've seen. Down the inside he goes on Benny. And he will probably get the position out of that corner. No, it's going to go into turns 10. Which that's damage also for Benny, which I've just seen his right end play is also gone. A lot of cars have damage. Here, look, Famrod, you can just see from here it's his right end plate. I think it is his left. A Boss and Burma now going at it. Oh, that's going to slow those two down a lot. This battle here with these fast corners. Very close behind his Boss. But Ticker now finally wants to get the move done on Billy. With Tony very close behind them. Oh no, Ticker just catches it. And unfortunately he's going to have to give that place to Tony. Oh, Boss catching Burma. But Tony's also catching Billy with his dive bomb. Here. Contact. They still look fine. Boss does make the move on Burma. And Benny's also really close on Prince here, maybe into this corner. No, but Benny makes him... No, Famrod wants to make a move on Benny, and that seems to be Benny's fault there. Don't know, but he seems to slam back into Famrod there, very unfortunately. And as saying that, Famrod loses position to Skipsy, and even Enza overtakes Benny. Oh, Billy's unfortunately gone wide, which is so unfortunate. He was there, and he gets a 3-second time penalty for it as well. That's so unfortunate. His race was going brilliantly in P4, and unfortunately he's lost 4 positions in 1 lap. That's so unfortunate. There's all that spin out of the final corner, which must have put him off, unfortunately. I think everyone's calmed down just a bit. It was very close between everyone. And Famrod just DNF. Can we get where he's DNF? Oh, he's just spun. He's lost it here where DTR Enza is, and he's gone into that wall. And that is a safety car. So I think people will be pitting onto this. Will be pitting maybe onto them. Oh no, there's not. I don't think anyone will be pitting. Maybe except from the people at the back, maybe right at the back, who want a chance to make some overtakes. Benny and Prince is going to go for it actually, because Prince does have damage, and so does Boss, I remember. And Burma and Skipsy are pitting now. I didn't think this many people would pit onto these mediums here, because there's only 4 laps left, and they're going to have to catch up, and that'll probably only leave 2 or 3 laps of racing left. Skipsy's pit here. So that's how many drivers pitting? 6, I think. 6 drivers pit. That's not as pitting, James. We want to get tyres, don't we? Yes, we do. 6 drivers. So 7 drivers stayed out and 6 pitted. Which is funny now. So I think, really, I don't know who's going to come out on top now. I think still battling for the lead will be Brent and Wesley here for this lead. So obviously a big gap between 7th and 8th, because they're going to have to catch up to each other. And Enza hasn't pitted, but he did have a big gap between him and 12th place. No, him in 11th place, which you just have to gain back. So he could have also pitted and maybe had a chance of getting overtakes, but I think he's stuck with a safe bet and staying out, so he can hopefully try not be overtaken by the cars behind him and get a few positions, and hopefully maybe finish around where he is now and maybe higher to get a good pole spot. I mean, for the next race, not pole spot, qualifying position. we'll just wait now after Famrod's unfortunate DNF. And hopefully another DNF, which was on the second lap, was thingies. So unfortunate. It wasn't the last corner. It was the one before Elmer. He just retired, I think. I don't know if he can do that, but obviously I think he can, because he did just retire. His car went to one side and yeah, and yellow flag obviously that area, but didn't bring out any safety cars. And now they have the task of trying to keep these tyres warm, which I think we can see at the bottom if we look at their I don't know if the quality will be that great. I don't know if you guys will be able to see. Right at the bottom it does show their tyre temperatures, which are around 70ish degrees now for these hards, which I think the best is really 75-80 degrees. So it'll be very... And Famrod leaves the session even though there is another race, but he could come back. There could just be some connection issue. Obviously Billy, the only driver to have a time penalty here of 3 seconds, which he got after being very unfortunate and being in P4, and after this last corner here was a bit iffy on the exit, and unfortunately spun a bit right, and then Tony managed to go on his outside, and then he lost it again going into the I don't know what corner it is. I think it's turn 7 hairpin. No, it's turn 8 hairpin. Lost into the turn 8 hairpin and conceded another 2 places, and then finally in the turn 10 hairpin went to P8. But now he's P6, so we've made up 2 places for everyone pitting, I'm pretty sure. But that 3-second time penalty is going to be really annoying with a safety car, which isn't even in yet, so it'll be in next lap, and it goes wide, does Xavier, and a safety car. But as you can see, these drivers, they're really trying to keep these tyres warm. You can see them even, can't see them blistering, because that's just them picking up what is it called? Oh, I don't forget. Anyway, I think this will be the safety car coming in now. So 2 laps, be 2 laps of racing. Yep, that will be it. The safety car will be coming in. So now we get to see if it was the right choice for the bottom 6, to see if it was the right choice to come in onto those medium tyres. Can they make up any spots in these last 2 racing laps? Might as well change it to broadcast. We'll see what Brent will do on this start. Doesn't seem to be moving that much, probably losing the heat in his tyres, which I always, if you're leading, you want to be moving around as much as the people that's behind you, because you don't want them to have warmer tyres. Very close. I do expect again a few dive bombs here, so the leaderboard will be going. I'm assuming he's going to have to shoot off any time now, which is now. And Wesley seems to have stayed kind of with him. This bottom 4. Tony going down the inside. No, Xavier, that is. Xavier is going to get a loose position to Tony. Still side by side also is Benny overtaking Enza there, which is crazy trying to watch. So in front of him, it's Billy and Tickard side by side. So also losing another place is Enza. And I think he's going to lose another place here to King. And on his inside is... Oof, I don't know. Where he keeps actually stays in front of Prince and Boss there through that hairpin. Now coming into the braking zone, turn 10. No one goes down his inside. But moving up is the Ticket and Billy battle. No, but Billy drops back again after maybe having collided. That's P8, P9. He have some damage, you can see there. Oh, so unfortunate. He was having such a great race, and I don't think he's going to be able to keep up with these people on the mediums now, as it's so chaotic. Ticket making the move on Skipsy. Benny behind them making a move on Prince. No, Prince making the move on Benny. I'm sorry. Oh, that's so close. Oh, they're all so close. Trying to watch this in broadcam, it's not working. But it's 3 wide there. Now Prince going down the outside of Skipsy, and now Ticker going down the inside of Skipsy. No, he manages to cut him off. Staying ahead, I think Skipsy does. But no, 2 spin into 3. Oh, that's so unfortunate there, but Benny retires and the safety car won't come out because it is the last lap. That is so unfortunate for Benny and Prince, which we did see. That is so unfortunate. With a spin, I think... Oh, I think Prince just must have spun after colliding with Skips. I think. That's so unfortunate. Burma makes the position on Tickard. Now Billy trying to, with his damage, trying to minimise it. But down the inside goes Boss on Benny, who doesn't really see that coming. And so does Enza. I think Enza might get the position on Benny as well. No, I don't think, unfortunately. But Brent's still on the lead, who's had 2 seconds on Wesley now. I think he's going to be the winner now. So Brent, after getting his P3 robbed from him in the time penalty, now we'll get P1 in this race after starting in P6, and Wesley behind him in P2. Is anyone going to make some last lap overtakes? People near the back might. I don't think Boss can do that, but he might get a better exit. I don't know if he does with that curb. I think he. But it's really unfortunate with a 3-second time penalty that he will finish back of the grid, unfortunately. Billy will. But your race winner, Brent now. So he's first, and then Wesley was second, and Xavier came P3, which was a great race for him after starting pole and managing to defend everyone behind him. And Tony P3, no, P4, I mean, he also had a good race. And then P5, I think it was Skipsy. And they're both Dutch drivers there, P1 and P2, which is Brent, Wesley, and then P3, which is a great P3, which is Xavier. Which I hope it was Xavier anyway, unless I'm saying the wrong person. Oh, it wasn't Xavier. He had a 3-second time penalty. Ah, it's so unfortunate. So it was Tony. He got P3. Sorry about that, Xavier. But Tony, after starting P10, gets P3. Fastest lap goes to Wesley, apparently. But it does look like Brent got the fastest lap. Don't know about that one. But, yep. Well, yeah. So Brent, Wesley, Tony, Skipsy with P4. Unfortunately, Xavier does miss out on that P3 with a 3-second time penalty. And then Burma 6th, Tickard 7th, Boss 8th, 9th is Benny, 10th is Enza, and the rest of DNF, I think. No, there wasn't actually DNF. They had time penalties, that's why they pushed back. So I don't know how the grid is set now for this race. Okay. So this race is the actual proper feature race, and it is 16 laps long and a required pit stop, I'm pretty sure. So in first is Brent, and then Benny second, Wesley third, Prince fourth, Elmer fifth, and then I think it's whoever's on the most points actually, isn't it? I'm not sure. And now I think I'm just making a guess at that. But starting first is Brent, then Benny, then Wesley, then Killer, then the DNF'd 2 races in a row, unfortunately Elmer, and then behind him Skipsy, and the always competitive Burma, and then Boss, with unfortunately finishing at the back of the grid with his teammate, but now is in P8 and his teammate's in P2. Tony, P9 after a great race in sprint race 1 and 2. Then Benny Buno, DNF'd race 1, but in race 2 had a very good performance. Then Ticked in 11th, Enza in P12 now. Billy and Xavier, which was a battle in the first race, which was quite exciting. It was Benny and Xavier. Benny P13, Xavier P14, and Famrod right at the back in P15, taking his time. Yeah. So I think they're starting on the mediums now, and we'll be switching on to the hards or softs. I don't know what is available here on this race. Tyres, all on mediums. So might as well put position changes on. And that's it, yeah. Now we're going to get the front of the grid with no UI. So that's Brent and then Benny. Then I don't know who, so I turn it back on. Wesley, then Prince. It's quite competitive. 4 at the front. Brent had a great race starts, both starts in a row. So as they line up, Famrod finally getting to the back here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 red lights, and away they go. Brent getting a okay start there, enough to keep Benny behind, but I think Wesley isn't approaching. Front 3 stay the same. Elmer makes up 1 position, Burma makes up 2 positions, Killers fell down 2 positions. The front seems very the same, but the back here seems. Down the inside goes Tony on Killer, who's lost 3 places now, and Tony's made up 3. But behind him, side by side, is his teammate. Oh no! At the back, Benny, Buno, and Famra again, side by side. Neither want to give each other anything for this last spot. And then Billy, I think, is overtaken by Boss there. Everyone going into the hairpin very close there. And Skipsy's lost 6 positions here. No damage, doesn't look like. Very unfortunate for him. Xavier's made up 3, which is great. Ticked also making up 1-ish, I think. Doesn't say the arrow, but it's still made up 1. And Billy making up 4 positions there. Boss keeping it solid in 8th. Prince unfortunately losing 3 positions off the start, with a good move over. No, after Tony had a good move on him. Wesley unfortunately with not the best race start there. He moved down 2 positions, but Burma makes up 3, and Elmer makes up 2. And Benny and Brent still P1 and P2. And I think I think Brent will run away with this one here after 8 tenths after the first lap. Oh no, but Wesley loses another place to Tony. Tony's been really fast these races. Trying to keep up with everyone. I think I'll put it in TV pod now. No one side by side here. Nope. Yeah, I think Benny Bruno doesn't have damage, but I think Famrod might have damage. I don't know, I think he... No, he doesn't. If Benny want to catch up to Enzo, he will, and want to make up a few positions, he will want to. Everyone's separated by around half a tenth now. As they all go into turn 10, Prince takes it a little deep, which allows Boss to catch up to him. And the closest people are Burma and Elmer. And Elmer breaks really deep there, which allows Burma to get quite close to him now. 2 tenths separate them. Around 3 now, yeah, 3 tenths. 5 tenths now after a better corner from Elmer. But behind him, Tony, after a great turn there. Going into the last turn. Finishing the second lap, Brent still first and Benny still second. Now DRS is enabled, but it's not on this straight. So Elmer will keep it. No, he won't, because down the inside goes Burma. And I think that didn't have any contact there, which was a good move from Burma, and also great racing from Elmer. But now Tony's also want to get this position. With no DRS, he doesn't have any, he does. Elmer, and Tony now goes on the inside. I don't think he's going to have enough speed, is he? No, but Elmer's got a 3-second time penalty now. And he spins, no! That's the second time in that corner. And he's coming back onto the track. Ooh, let Skipsy by, which is always good to see. Didn't endanger anyone too much there. Now a second from Burma is now a second away from Tony after that, which is so unfortunate. Elmer's always so fast, Elmer is, but unfortunately he just keeps losing it. But now only separated by around half a tenth. Here's everyone. Ticket seems a bit faster than Billy here. Only a tenth separating these two. Oh, takes a lot of curve there, but keeps a lot of speed, and he did stay in track limits. Did Tickard. Will he go down the inside? I don't think he's going to try it. He hasn't. Nope. Good. Expect a curve there. But obviously, the DRS train here goes back quite a few places, from 5th to 12th. That does. And someone pits, and that is Elmer, unfortunately. Does he go down the inside? No, but he does bump the back of Billy a little bit into turn 1. No one has made any moves. I think I'll change it back to tyres, or yeah, tyres. Okay. So then the closest gap is now Boss on Killer here. Which is very good to catch up to him. Doesn't go down the inside in turn 8. Now Skipsy was quite close to Xavier here in 11th. He started very high, did Skipsy, but unfortunately didn't have the best start there. Oh, there we go. There's Boss very close to Killer now. Or carrying a lot of speed he is. Has to brake a bit. Let's brake a bit again. They They're the closest on the track by quite a bit. Tony is close to Burma now. Might make that work on the next straight. And I think Boss is also going to make this move work on the next straight. But Brent pits now. This is his pit lap apparently. The race strategy thing didn't show up. But Tony goes down near the outside of Burma. Burma comes back, unfortunately, just take him off the track a little bit there. And now Wesley wants to make this move, but Boss does get the move done on Billy. But quite a bit, and now Wesley goes down the inside of Boss, and Boss doesn't really see him. He's parked really on the apex there. Wesley moves out the way in perfect time. That was a bit, didn't really give him enough space to Boss there. Now Brent comes out in 10th place on the hard tyre, so that's just like what it is, and everyone Prince, Xavier, Skipsy is also pitted onto the hards, and Elmer is pitted onto the hards. And now the closest together two people is Enza on Benny Buno, who's in 8th place now. Is Benny Buno? I think these medium tyres are probably still faster, but I think Brent is looking for this overcut. No, undercut. Which he took around 20 seconds, I think, to do that, and now he's on 18, or around maybe 18 seconds. I think it was around 21. And now Benny comes into the pits. We'll see how long this is. Burma also comes into the pits. Boss stays out for another lap. Coming into the pits is Benny, Burma. Oh, who else? I can't see. Tony, Billy stays out. Ticket also into the pits. Okay, that's everyone who's pitted. Those four. So staying out is Burma did go into the pits. Enza stays out. Benny Bruno stays out. Wesley stays out, and Boss stays out. So will Brent get past Benny? He will, by quite a bit. So I think there isn't really anything of an undercut here. Oh, bit. Don't know if he was ever going to make that work, Tony. Famrod isn't actually connected now after he's pitted. He's the only car on the hard tyres, but he wasn't here from the start, was he? I don't think he. Oh. I don't know what's happening there with his bot. Well, that's not even him driving, I think that's the bot. Can we see? Yeah, it is, unfortunately. Famrod. So now really we have to see if Boss does get overtaken by Brent here. So Billy does make it past Famrod's bot, and so I think it's Xavier and probably Ticket and Skipsy Ray soon making it past Famrod's bot. But Elmer has another 3-second time penalty, I'm pretty sure that is. Yep. So everyone there who is top 4 yet to stop now. Sector 2 is a very slow moving and retired now, I'm pretty sure. Elmer. Boss gets a 5-second time penalty for speeding into the pit lane. That's so unfortunate. So now we just have to see if they come out. Where is it? Brent does. I know Wesley stays out. No, he's in front. There's a pit box in front. Never mind. Okay. So does Benny Buno come out? No, does Boss come out in front of Brent? Yes, he does, by quite a bit. And I think Benny's also going to get by. And so is Tony. And Burma is also going to get past. And as Burma goes around no. That's very unfortunate there. Couldn't make the move. There's a sliding Prince. They stayed on the throttle to retire the car, unfortunately. Will that be a safety car? Don't know. Virtual safety car there. As Xavier goes really wide. I didn't see what happened there, unfortunately. But there's a full-on safety car now. So unfortunately everyone has already pitted. So that will play in no one's hands, because no one's going to go back into the pits. But I didn't see what happened there. I don't know what place he was also. Thingy. I didn't know what place Prince was. Actually, he was sixth, wasn't he? Is that safety car? Yeah, but he was just sliding. Yeah, watching the stream back, yeah, he wasn't near anyone. He's DNF'd himself there. He was 6 tenths in front of the car behind him. So yeah. So now that will put, I don't know. Actually, where are these penalties from? Let's have a look at that. So Skips is a 3-second time penalty. Benny Bruno, I think, sped into the pit lane, and so did Boss. So they'll have 5-second time penalties, which is so unfortunate for Boss now. With that 5-second time penalty, halfway through the race, and Boss does pit. I think maybe, I don't know what he's going to pit onto. The mediums, it looks like. I think this will also serve as 5-second time penalty, which it will. So we won't be able to get that off at the end of the race. But I think he's just playing the safety car. And so is Benny. Benny's also going to get this time penalty taken off and go off his medium tyres. I think Boss will be very fast on these medium tyres there if he can make this work for the last 16 laps of the race. Skipsy doesn't pit because he can't get his time penalty off, because obviously that is for track limits infringement. No, breaking track limit infringement. So that safety car will stay out probably until lap 9 now, maybe even lap 10. Famrod's bot gets in front of Boss there. She'll have to stay behind him until he catches up to the safety car. So your leader, who was leading, pitted first on that 4th lap, and it has paid off because he's now back to first again. Benny, who was started second, is still second, and Tony, with a fantastic race so far, well, in all 3 races really, is now P3, looking at his 2nd podium, maybe even 3rd podium. I can't remember if he finished on the podium in that first race. Burma also had a very good start. P4 he is. And Wesley, after starting P3, did drop down after a very unfortunate start for him. Also, Billy Xavier right next to each other. Those two have been at it every race. Well, maybe apart from the 2nd race, because Billy was quite far in front of Xavier. But the first race they were battling because they were the only people on time penalties. So they were trying to get that P10 spot. Skips is now the only one with a time penalty. He did start 6th. Unfortunately lost 2 positions on the start. He's always been there. I remember he's always been around in the middle of the pack. He was doing very well at Imola. And he's a very fast F2 driver. Ticket also been driving fantastically. Enzo also been quiet really. We know he's fast. Framrod, obviously disconnected, and back into the pits is Boss. No, Boss is not pitting for. Is that? Did he have a drive-through or did he have a penalty? Has he changed on? Has he gone back onto the hard tyres? I don't know what that is about. Boss must have missed something. Oh no, they've gone back onto the hards. They were on the mediums, and they've gone back onto the hards, which I'll delay the safety car again for another lap. So I think it won't come in until lap 11 now, so we'll get going on lap 11. So just waiting now. Just on Wesley because he has the lowest tyres, well, lowest lap tyres, except for the people at the back. So they could be a bit faster than, just a bit faster than the car in front, and especially a little bit faster than Brent's right at the front. It's unfortunate with the people that pitted so far back. And obviously since you're in F2 cars, it's a little harder to catch up to the safety car because the safety car stays the same, but obviously when you're in F1 cars, it's faster to catch up to the safety car. It's a little bit slower in F2 cars, so it takes a little bit longer. So it should catch up on this lap, which is lap 10, and then keep going again on lap 11. This is about to be Brent's second race win in a row if he can close this one out. So he finished first, no, we don't know if it will be first here, and then first again, and then fifth. There's been a lot of action into mostly turns 1 and turns, I think it's 4. Turns 1 and turns 4 have been really, people have been like to dive bomb, especially on the starts. Been going through wide through turns 1 and turns 4. It's been a very good watch. Should probably get rid of the tyres, everyone knows they're on hards now. Just get rid of that. Here we are, safety car will be coming in, right? We'll say on now. Yep. So now it's just whenever Brent wants to get going. So as the safety car comes in, DTR Brent first, Benny second, Tony third, Burma fourth, Wesley fifth, Billy 6th, Xavier 7th, Skipsy 8th, Tickard 9th, and rounding off the top 10, Enza 10th, and then 11th, which is a bot, is Famrod, and then 12th is Boss, and then 13th is Benny Buno, not to be confused with Benny at front, and that's 3, almost-ish 3 wide. There, really late on the brakes as Billy turns. Oh, no, it's very late on the brakes to keep his position there, but Burma just get in front of Billy. Then Brent having to take defensive positions. Can Benny get the switch back? Oh, he's very fast though. I don't think he's going to be able to overtake. Just have to stay right on the back of Brent here. There's been an off at Enza, who's been spun there, unfortunately. Tickard down the inside of Skips, he makes it work. Xavier trying to get past Tickard, just can't. No overtakes yet, but their lead is still close. Benny was very close to Brent. No one side by side into this corner. Nope. Everyone's so close after. A little deep there goes Benny. There, yeah. Benny, it's Billy gets 3 second time penalty. It's unfortunate there. It's going to put him quite far back. Now Wesley's going off his inside. Can get the switch back. No, Wesley type brakes perfectly, stopping him from getting the switch back. Yeah, no one else is overtake. Billy's car's very close. Skipsy going down the inside of Billy there. Oh, he shoves him and oh no! I think that was a bit aggressive from Skipsy there. He's gone right into the back of. I mean, he's gone right into the side of Tickard, who's done nothing wrong there. It's not really good to see. And then Billy shoving Benny off the track there. Benny does get in front, side by side with Boss now is Benny. Benny takes it really wide. Trying to see if anyone has damage, can't really see. I think unfortunately Tickard's gonna have damage. Benny all over the back of Billy. So is Xavier on the back of Benny Buno. Xavier's very close actually. Don't think he's gonna go down the inside. Very confusing about Benny and then Benny Buno. There's DRS but not on this straight. Can Xavier go down the inside of Benny Buno? No, he doesn't. I think he's looking for the switch back. Nope. Benny does that corner perfectly. These cars are very close. Here's Burma trying to catch up to Tony. So it was a bit unfortunate for Tickard there. I think he was trying to make a move and then I think Skipsy comes aggressively back onto the track and hits him. Log curb taken there by Xavier, which is going to unfortunately halt him from trying to get Benny. Everyone's spread out by quite a distance now. Benny's still trying to catch Brent though here. For this P1 spot. And unfortunately Skipsy does have that time penalty, so does Billy, which is going to put him back quite... Actually, Skipsy gets another time penalty, which I think that's 6 now. It's 6 seconds, so that's going to put him almost 11th. And Billy's going to unfortunately go to 10th. Brent gets the fastest lap there, takes it away from Benny. Really fast is Benny here. Unfortunately doesn't get close to Brent. Billy only 2/10 off Boss here. Billy with another 3-second time penalty. I know this Billy getting a time penalty. So it's 6 seconds for Billy and 6 seconds for Skipsy. Sorry, I thought Skipsy got another time penalty. So that'll put them both quite at the back of the grid now, unfortunately, for those two. With the cars being close together. This is a big gap between Wesley and Skipsy, around 3 seconds. Benny makes the move on Xavier. I really should have been watching, should have saw that. Tony gets the 2-second time penalty, which, oh, that's so unfortunate. That's going to deny him of his podium, unfortunately, probably, unless he can get another second on Burma. So that'll put him, maybe 5th, depends on how fast Wesley goes. Oh, this is going to be close here now on this lap. Here comes Benny on the penultimate lap of the race. Oh, much faster than Brent into that corner. They're side by side now, going into turns 2. Still side by side. A little bit of contact there. Unfortunately, both go off the track. Go through the gravel, does Benny. That's probably a warning. Gives the place to Brent. That's very good racing and sportsmanship there. It's very good to see. And his boss is also Very close to Skipsy here. Will he get a better exit? Oh, I don't think so. Could make a move into this hairpin though. Will he? I don't know. It's a no. Oh, but Skipsy goes wide. I thought it would be a much better exit for Boss here. Oh, yeah, doesn't. So for a good corner for Boss there. Oh yeah, with DRS. Benny will get past Boss here. Yeah, there we go. Oh no, but Skipsy's still trying to keep this position. I think Boss is faster on the outside, which he is. Xavier gets a 3-second time penalty, which will move him. I don't know, depends how fast Ticket is. Unfortunately, I think Ticket does have damage. His right end plates came off with that collision with Skipsy. And coming on to the final lap, Benny's 8/10 behind Brent. So I don't think he's going to be able to make the move unless he needs to be really fast here in this last lap. But Burma sends it down the inside of Tony, and Tony does get the switch back. I'm wondering where he went, and that allows Wesley to catch up. This is really bad for Tony's time penalty. Down the inside goes oh my god, wrong buttons. Trying to watch it from here. Burma gets on the inside of Tony now, so that's P3 for him. Wesley's forced a bit out. Oh. Now Wesley really wants this place from Tony, even though he is in front of him on the laps. Boss gets past Billy. No, Skipsy and Billy side by side with Benny Bruno also wanting the bit. Oh, too fast, so fast into that thingy, and Skipsy sees that he's done wrong now. Going very slowly, giving everyone places back. That's really unfortunate for Boss now. On the final lap he was 6th, and now Benny gets 6th place. But we're trying to watch in this final lap now, all the overtakes are happening. Now will Wesley get in front of Tony, who does have a 30-second time penalty, so I think he is in front of anyway. But we're going to see Benny can't go down the inside of Brent, he's too far away. Can he get a better exit to win this race? No, we lose. Oh, so unfortunate. So Brent will be your first place and Benny in second, and then going back to Wesley, who's going to probably not get past Tony. Yeah, he isn't. Is Billy going to get past? Oh no, it's Billy and Boss to the line, which all time penalties will sort out, which put him 9th. Ticket gets past and Enza on the last lap, which is good to see. We'll put Enza in P10. I mean P11. Brent straight gone, straight out. Driver of the day for that race goes to Benny Bruno, and the most overtakes puts him in P6, which is a great end result after that unfortunate collision between Skipsy and Boss. But Skipsy also had another incident with Tickard, so there'll be a lot of reports on him. So again, second race in a row, Brent gets the first place and then Benny P2. So obviously for the feature race there, Wesley was faster, but I think Benny has gone faster in a previous race, so I think that's what that is. Yeah. So that's the final race. Which just means Brent is the winner of that first race, and also the second race. And Tony wins the first sprint race, also getting a podium in the second race, and unfortunately finished P5 that race for the 3-second time penalty. Which is great racing today over those 3 races. Unfortunately, a few DNFs, a few safety cars, which did change a few strategies that may or may not have worked out. It's a good, I think, overall a good first race to start off the F2 season in Bahrain. So yeah, That's it. That's the final race done. So it's good to see.